Field guns. Before howitzers and rockets rewrote the rulebook, the field gun was the backbone of every army. Low trajectory, high velocity, flat fire. The Germans deployed the 7.5cm FK-18, and the Americans answered with the 75mm M1897, a French design so respected it survived 2 world wars. These guns were built from hardened steel alloy, designed to be towed rapidly and repositioned often. They fired fixed ammunition, shell and propellant in one casing, at targets you could actually see. A good field gun crew could place a round on a target over a mile away in seconds. Midway 2019 and Patton 1970 both feature field artillery sequences that capture their terrifying precision. Today, a deactivated field gun from that era sells at military auction for $18,000 to $45,000, depending on condition and origin.
Howitzers. If the field gun is a scalpel, the howitzer is a sledgehammer with a PhD. High trajectory, heavy shell, indirect fire. You didn't aim at what you could see, you aimed at coordinates. The American M114 155mm howitzer and the German 15cm SFH-18 were the heaviest conventional field artillery pieces of the war. Built from chrome molybdenum steel with complex breech mechanisms, they lobbed shells weighing up to 96 pounds over distances beyond 10 miles. Propellant was loaded separately from the projectile, allowing crews to adjust charge levels for range. Band of Brothers shows howitzer fire shaping the Battle of the Bulge in a way that makes your chest tighten. Authentic deactivated examples today sell from $55,000 to over $120,000. The sound design alone in 1917 was modeled on howitzer detonations, and it shows.
Anti-tank guns. When tanks rolled across Europe, armies scrambled for an answer. Anti-tank guns became that answer. Low, compact, lethal. The German 8.8cm PaK-43 and the Soviet 57mm ZIS-2 were the apex predators of armored warfare. Constructed from hardened steel with a long barrel optimized for kinetic energy, these guns fired armor-piercing rounds at velocities exceeding 3,200 feet per second. The round didn't explode, it simply punched through steel like a needle through paper. Fury 2014 captures this dynamic with brutal honesty, showing a Sherman tank crew up against German anti-tank positions in scenes that remain some of the most technically accurate in war film history. A restored PaK-43 in collector condition today fetches between $85,000 and $200,000.
Anti-aircraft guns. The sky became a battlefield, and armies needed to fight back. Anti-aircraft guns, flak to the Germans, were designed to destroy aircraft at altitude. The legendary German 8.8cm Flak 36, the same gun later adapted as an anti-tank weapon, could reach altitudes of over 26,000 feet. The Americans relied on the Bofors 40mm, a Swedish-designed automatic cannon capable of firing 120 rounds per minute. Both were precision instruments of steel and aluminum alloy, engineered with complex elevation and azimuth controls. Memphis Belle 1990 and 12 O'Clock High show bomber crews flying through walls of flak in sequences that still feel visceral. Deactivated flak guns sell today anywhere from $30,000 to $90,000 at specialized military auctions.
Mortars. Small, portable, devastating. The mortar was the infantryman's personal artillery. The American M1 81mm mortar weighed under 136 pounds and could be broken down by a 3-man crew and carried on foot. Its tube was simple steel, a smooth-bore barrel, a base plate, and a bipod. Drop the round in muzzle first, hear the distinctive thump, and in under 5 seconds, death arrives on a steep angle into enemy trenches or foxholes that flat-firing weapons couldn't touch. Hacksaw Ridge 2016 and the Pacific HBO use mortar fire to create an almost psychological horror, the sound of incoming you can't predict and can't dodge. Functional replicas today cost $3,000 to $8,000. Original World War II era deactivated models go for $4,500 to $12,000.
Mountain guns. War doesn't pause for terrain. Mountain guns were designed for exactly that, broken apart, loaded onto mules, and reassembled at altitude. The Italian 75-13 and the American M1 pack howitzer were remarkable feats of engineering, full artillery pieces that disassembled into 6 or 7 loads, light enough for a pack animal, but powerful enough to crack fortified positions. Steel alloy frames, light-weight aluminum carriages, and compact breech systems made them the Swiss Army knife of artillery. The Italian campaign in films like The Young Lions, 1958, hints at the nightmare of mountain warfare where these guns operated. Surviving examples in original condition sell between $40,000 and $75,000.
Naval landing guns. When amphibious forces hit the beach, they needed immediate artillery support before tanks could unload. Naval landing guns like the American 75mm pack howitzer M1A1 or the British QF 25-pounder used in beach assault configurations were brought ashore in the first waves. Compact, robust, built to survive salt water and sand. The Longest Day, 1962, and Saving Private Ryan, 1998, both depict the chaos of beach landings where these weapons meant the difference between a toehold and annihilation.
Coastal artillery. Coastal guns were permanent installations, massive steel barrels embedded in concrete fortifications, designed to destroy warships before they reached shore. The German Atlantic Wall was lined with guns ranging from 150mm to 406mm, capable of sending a shell weighing nearly a ton over 20 miles into the English Channel. The Guns of Navarone, 1961, is built entirely around the fictional destruction of a coastal gun emplacement, and the technical terror it depicts isn't far from reality. Preserved coastal artillery pieces remain in museums worldwide, with the rarest installations valued at over $500,000 as historical artifacts.
Self-propelled artillery. Combine a howitzer with tank tracks and you get something that changed modern warfare permanently. The American M7 Priest and a German Hummel mounted powerful artillery pieces on armored hulls, giving artillery the mobility of armor. No more towing, no more repositioning under fire. Just move, fire, and move again. These machines were built on modified tank chassis, welded steel hulls, diesel engines, and open-topped fighting compartments. Kelly's Heroes, 1970, and Battle of the Bulge, 1965, feature self-propelled guns prominently. Restored examples sell from $250,000 to over $600,000 in drivable condition.
Rocket artillery. The Soviet Katyusha, the German Nebelwerfer, these were weapons of psychological warfare as much as physical destruction. Multiple rockets fired in rapid salvos created a sound, a shrieking howl that broke men before the explosions even landed. The Katyusha fired 132mm rockets from simple rail launchers mounted on trucks. The Nebelwerfer spun its rockets to stabilize flight. Neither was precise, but precision wasn't the point. Area saturation was. Enemy at the Gates 2001 opens with a Katyusha barrage that remains one of cinema's most overwhelming openings.
Siege artillery. When fortifications wouldn't fall to conventional fire, siege guns arrived. The German Karl Gerät mortar fired shells weighing over 2 tons. The massive 60-centimeter barrel required a rail-mounted crane to load. These were not battlefield weapons, they were city killers. Used against Sevastopol and Warsaw, they reduced fortified positions to rubble in hours. Railway guns, the apex of WWII artillery. The German Schwere Gustav fired an 80-centimeter shell weighing 7 tons over 23 miles. It required a crew of over 500 men and its own railway network to operate. It was so large, it needed 2 parallel tracks just to support its weight. It fired and it destroyed. One shell, one city block, gone. The Train 1964 touches on the logistics of rail-mounted heavy equipment, but nothing in cinema has fully captured the insanity of the Gustav. Every one of these weapons left a mark on the world, literally and historically. The engineers who built them, the soldiers who fired them, and the directors who recreated them deserve your attention. If this video gave you something new, hit like, subscribe to Movies, Guns, TV shows, and let's keep going deeper into the weapons that shaped cinema and history.